Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from SimpleProgrammer.com. I'm here in Florida visiting for the holidays, and I thought I'd do a couple of videos. I'm going to read a letter I got, an email that I got from Philip, who had a really successful 2017. And it's a little bit long, but I think it's worth reading just because it's really inspiring, you know, to see someone make progress in their life like this. And you know, a lot of you I know that watch this channel, you've made similar progress, you've had similar stories. I know because I've read, you know, you've emailed me or I've heard your stories. So I always like to share these just to kind of inspire you guys and to see, you know, in this case, what can happen in just 1 year, right? Like 1 year worth of time, of really focused, dedicated time to developing yourself, to reaching your potential. So Philip says, Philip, 28 from Germany here. I wanted to tell you that my year 2017 has completely taken over. I was always kind of goal driven, but with your help, guidance, and motivation, I was able to unleash a whole new potential, and therefore I want to thank you so much. I discovered your channel at the end of 2016, and with the beginning of 2017 until now, I watched 2 of your videos nearly every day. Your content helped me so much to find my way and now stay on this path. So let me see. I'm gonna see how much of this I'm gonna read. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. You know, this might be a little bit long, but he had the TLDR, but I think it's worth talking about, you know, some of the exact things that he wrote here. So the number one thing he said was, he says, tracking my time and productivity. With your help, I was able to create a system to track my time, productivity, and personal development. I plan my week every Sunday. I define tasks I want to accomplish. This involves running, reading, fitness, and learning instruments, working on my business, and so on. Also, I set rules for myself for who I want to be. During the week, I'm using the Pomodoro Technique to accomplish the tasks. Also, I track the Pomodoro tasks as needed. Every evening, I sit down and check if I live by the rules I set for myself and give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Also, every Sunday, I summarize the past week. I summarize the amount of Pomodoros I was able to accomplish and how accurate I live by the rules I set to myself. With this system, I know exactly how productive I was in 2017, and I can see my personal development. So really cool. You know, definitely good technique, like a good system in place. You can check out the video on my system, how I plan my week. I still pretty much do this. I have some slight changes to it, but it's pretty much what I've stuck to. The important thing is to have some kind of system, okay? And he has number 2, consumed 15 books. I finished the following books. Eat, Drink, Win, Creative Confidence, How to Win Friends and Influence People, really good book. The War of Art, also really good. Millionaire is Fastlane, another good one. So Good They Can't Ignore You, excellent. The Way of the Superior Man, excellent also. Soft Skills, oh, that's a real good book. The Rational Male, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Built to Sell, Psycho Cybernetics, Way of Men, 10X Rule, and Never Split the Difference. So some really good books there. So he did 15 books. Then he says 3, I ran my first marathon and set a new PR by running 10K in 38 minutes and 24 seconds. Also my first top 10 placement in a running competition. So I'm not going to read the full thing here, but basically he committed to and ran a marathon. 4, fought my fear of flying and had my first flight. My whole life I lived fear of flying. This year I decided to have my first flight and I did it. Now I'm totally healed from this fear. I'm looking forward to my next even longer flight. So that's really cool. I overcame my fear of flying. You can check out my videos on overcoming fears here if you're interested in that. All right. Then he says, start a spiritual journey to become a better man. I'm going to read this one. This is number 5. This is one of the greatest achievements for me. With your help, I started a spiritual journey to embrace masculinity. I started this journey in the beginning of 2017. I watch your videos about masculinity. During my runs, I listened to The Way of the Superior Man, The Rational Male, and The Way of Men. It says, the rational, let's see, it was so critical for me. I evolved from a weak, nice guy that puts women on a pedestal or waiting in front of her door, to a man that has completely fulfilled life, that stands his grounds and lives by his principles. Before I started this journey, I was trying to fake this, but I had no foundation. Now I totally have it. I see a woman as an addition to my life, but not as my whole life. Very good. He gets totally what I'm saying here. In the beginning of September, I started to build a relationship with a girl my old friends called way too hot for me. In our early phase, she declined to fuck with me because, quote, you're just a banger, which seems to be negative, but to me it was a big achievement because it showed Mr. Nice Guy is gone. Now I'm working on building and keeping this relationship by doing what I learned from you in the books I consumed. Your journey not only has impacted my relationship, but my whole life, tackling fears, being a hard ass in business, running topless, appearing confident, and so on. So that's cool. Number 6, he said he learned to play an instrument. I won't go into detail on that one. And then he said number 7, I quit my job and started a freelancer business in app development. I quit my job as a technical project manager in Android and iOS development. This was a very, very big step for me. I always wanted to start my own business, but feared to make the first step. Now this step is done, and I'm working to create a freelance business in app development. These are one of my biggest goals in 2017. I was only able to reach these goals because you helped me unleash the whole new potential. Thank you so much. You definitely my biggest influencer. Trust the process is now my view on the world. You're making the world a better place. Thanks. Wish you the best, Mr. John. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Best regards, Phillips. So, and then he sent a picture. He said, for motivational purposes, I add this to my front of my desk. And he's got a Trust the Process t-shirt, which you can get, and his marathon medal there. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. You know, as I get some of these emails, I like to share, you know, your guys' accomplishments, because, you know, once you get on this path, right, once you start, you know, really focusing on developing yourself and improving yourself, and you stop believing the story, the lie that you've been telling yourself about, you know, the excuses of why you can't succeed and why you can't, you know, make it. A lot of things are amazingly possible that you didn't think were possible in your life. So your whole life can change in a year. Honestly, it really can. So, all right, thanks a lot, Philip, and thank you all for watching and for being part of this community. If you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button below, click the bell, and I'll talk to you next time.